Please be seated, ladies and gentlemen.
Tax auditors from Benue, Plateau, Kogi, Kwara, Niger States and the FCT converge on Lafia, the Nasarawa state capital, for a training on tax audit investigation, compliance and enforcement organized by the government in collaboration with the Joint Tax Board. The challenge of tax evasion, which has affected revenue generation, prompted the training.
The Nasarawa State Harmonization and Administration of Revenue Law 2020 aim at ensuring that the revenue collected by government are consistent and in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It may also interest you to note that since the commencement of this law, the state has been able to improve our internally generated revenue by more than 300% within the last couple of years.
The Joint Tax Board says this is organized to equip officers with knowledge of best practices to overcome the challenges of tax evasion, underreporting and non-compliance.
By enhancing their skills and knowledge in tax audit procedures, we aim to equip tax professionals, especially at the subnational level, with the current techniques and best practices in tax auditing.
The Nasarawa State Governor, represented by the Deputy Governor, Emmanuel Akabe, highlights efforts by the government so far to automate tax processes, harmonize revenue laws, and financial and administrative autonomy of the State Revenue Service.
Our tax to GDP is the lowest in Africa, second to the last, because in terms of percentage, Nigeria has less than 10% tax to GDP ratio. South Africa, with a population of 60 million, has a tax to GDP ratio of 27%. Egypt has 14%. And the average tax to GDP ratio in Africa is 15%. So you can see with our huge population, our tax to GDP ratio is poor. Why? Non-compliance.
Tax authorities lament that Nigeria is the poorest in Africa as regards the payment of taxes, with revenue figures not commensurate to its population. The Joint Tax Board hopes to take the training to other regions of the country subsequently in order to improve Nigeria's tax administration. Halima Gayam, Channels Television News.